students, we will move to the next part of our lesson. That is dividing the profit when different amounts are invested for the different periods of time. What does it mean? In this type of problem, businessman has have invested different amounts, and they have invested that amount in the business for the different times. One person may have invested one period time, another person have invested 3 months or like that, right? So when you solve this type of problem, we should consider both the time period and the amount. And the amount, not only the amount, right? Because businessmen should be benefited for the time they have invested too. During that period, they don't get anything which they have invested. Therefore, when the pace of dividing profit, he needs justice for the time period which he invested too. So when you solve this type of problem, you should consider both the amount and the time. We will go through this example. Ravi invested 40,000 rupees and Ajit invested 30,000 rupees to start a business on January 1st of a certain year, right? So both of them have invested money, different amounts in on same day. After 3 months, Roshan joined them by investing 80,000 rupees. The profit earned after 1 year was 52,000 rupees. So, calculate the ratio in which the profit should be divided between them end of the year. Find the amount received by each of them. Okay, we'll move to solve this problem. Right, here's a problem. Right, when you solve this type of problem, here you have to calculate the time period. So in the exams, most of students do mistake. Therefore, I suggest you to follow this method, right? Here you have to draw a timeline, right? No need to draw it nicely, you just draw it, right? You draw it from January 1st to December 31st. January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, May 1st, June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, August, September, October, November, December 1st, but end of the year is December 31st. So you have to write that also. There's another month, right? January 1st to December 31st. So when you consider the gaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 gaps for 12 months. For January 1st, Ravi invested 40,000 and Ajit invested 30,000. So For the end of the year, there are normally profit calculated at the end of the year. So there are 12 months. They have invested their money for 12 months. Then after 3 months, 1, 2, 3, that means April 1st. On April 1st, Roshan invested 80,000 rupees. So how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has invested his money for 9 months. We can easily obtain the values. 9 months. Now you can obtain the ratio. Right? Now we have found all the data we need, right? Now you can find the ratio. When you write the ratio, you should consider both time and the amount. First one, Ravi. Ravi 40,000 invested for 12 months. Next one, Ajit 30,000 again for 12 months. Last one, you should write in the same line, right? Here I don't have enough space, that's why I went to the next line, but you don't do that. Write in the same line. So here last one, Roshan invested 80,000 but only for 9 months. Now you can simplify, right? When you divide, when you find a common factor, you should divide all 3 terms in the ratio. You can't divide one term or 2 terms. You should divide all 3 terms. Here I can set off these 4 zeros with these 4 zeros and these 4 zeros, right? Now 4 into 12 times 3 into 12 times 8 into 9. Now I can divide each and every term by 4. Here 4 divided by 4, 1. 12 divided by 4, 3. 8 divided by 4, 2. Then I can divide whole thing by 3. 12 divided by 3, 4. 3 divided by 3, 1. 9 divided by 3, 3. Now I can simplify. Here 1 into 4, 4. 3 into 1, 3. 2 into 3, 6. So this is the ratio. I can't simplify further. Why? Here no 2 common factor 2. You can divide these 2 terms, but you can't divide this one. From 3 you can divide these 2. You can't divide this one. So I can't divide it further. So now I can find the fraction for each and every person. Fraction for Ajit. Here 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 4 out of 30. Then fraction for this is not Ajit. It is for Ravi. It is for Ravi. This is for Ajit. Three over 13. Whole profit divided into 13 parts out of 4 should go to Ravi, out of 3 should go to Ajit, and the last one fraction for Roshan. 6 out of 13. Now you can find the profit. Total profit 52,000. Yes, 52,000. 52,000. So amount received by Ravi 52,000 divide into 13 parts and you should multiply into 4. Here when you simplify 4,000 into 4, 16,000. Second one, amount received by Ajit 52,000 into 3 over 13, 4,000, 12,000. Then the final amount received by Roshan 52,000 6 over 13. 24,000. So he got the highest amount for the when we consider the time period and the amount. Right. I think you understood this, right? If you have any doubt, you can send me through the LMS. Thank you.